Alright folks, what we're doing now, we got the lead melter going. It takes probably maybe 15-20 minutes to melt the lead up and get it hot. And then we're going to try to pour some bank sinkers for you. And just let you folks know exactly how it's done if you ever wanted to get into the hobby of making your own weights. And if you didn't make your own weights, we couldn't afford to fish without them.
Especially on the river, you're talking about a pound worth of sinkers just on the river. So
exactly. But it's a lot cheaper if you make your own. If you can find the lead. Finding the lead anymore is a little problem unless you just want to pay serious money. But if you can ever get your own lead or tire weights, it's definitely a lot cheaper than buying them in the store. Okay folks, what we're going to do now, the lead's finally got up and got melted. And a little secret to doing your own weights, when you add lead to it, new lead, you want to get some kind of stuff to flux it with, because what it does, it cleans the metal and makes all the impurities float to the top. Now they make flux for this, but I have found if you just go to your store and get some paraffin wax, like Gulf wax, it works just as good. All you do is just take you a little chunk about the size of a marble. Once your lead's good and hot, throw it in there, let it melt. Once it melts, sometimes it'll catch on fire.
So do not put your face anywhere near
the front, because it will ignite. Well, looks like it might make a liar out of me, but it will smoke severely. Fill the house full. But just about a marble size you want to put in there. And now every time you go to add a new piece of lead to this, you want to make sure you put a piece of this in there. It's very important, so you won't get impurities and cracks and stuff like that in your weight molds. Now for some reason this didn't catch on fire. Now you want to scrape all the stuff let's try this again. Once it gets nice and liquidy, you want to scrape all the sides and the bottom, and that will bust all them impurities loose so they'll float to the top.
And just so you know, the reason he's wearing gloves, he went to scrape that up and it splattered up on him. You always want to wear them gloves.
Yes, very important.
And that was one thing that was forgotten, and he's probably going to have a nasty little burn on his right hand.
Here's the impurities that when you flux it, this is what helps it get rid of. It makes it float to the top. And you just want to scrape that off the top until you get all the impurities out of it, all the stuff floating on top. Because it will make your weights very bad. You want to do this every time. Got those out. And sometimes your lead will get stuck up in here, but if you wait usually for a few minutes, this down here will get hot enough where it will flow. Sometimes it'll get clogged. You just take a piece of thin wire and stick it up in there, and that will usually unclog it. It's not melted all the way in. There we go. So say you got this little ledge here that you rest your mold on. You can move this up, down, sideways, whatever best way that you can line up your hole with a little spout. So we're going to put this in here, lift up your nut level, wait till the lead comes to the top, it'll solidify. There's your sinker. if you notice on here, you got a little, I don't know what they call them, but you want to clip that off, which you can either use tin snips or a little, you can get a little set of pliers just for this. You just take this at the end, snip it off, take that piece you snipped off, throw that back in there, and there's your finished 1 ounce bank sinker. Let's try that again. I'm trying to get a good one made here. Yeah, you just raise that until it comes to the top of that. It solidifies fairly quick, just a few seconds. Open your deal. And there's a 1/2 ounce bank sinker. Just like that. And one thing that will help you with these molds, right now I've been spraying like penetrating oil on them. But if you just go to your store and buy a cheap thing of PAM and spray these before you start making your molds, the weights will fall out and release a lot easier. It makes them a lot easier and where it won't stick. And like the maintenance on these, will make sure you want to oil your hinges very good, or they'll seize up on you from the heat. Because these things will get hot enough, even though with wood handles, they will burn your hands, even made of wood. But other than that, there's really no maintenance to these. These are do-it molds. You can make your own molds, but this is the easiest way to do it right here.
Get them from bottomdwellerstackle.com.
Yep, you can get any one you want from there, or if he doesn't have it, he can get it. You can make all kinds of different sinkers with this stuff. I have several molds here.
How's your hand, by the way?
Burns. Like here is a river sinker, or a
No roll.
no roll sinker, 3, 4, and 5 ounce. And we have 6 and 8 ounce no rolls. And here we have 2, 3, and 4 river sinker, which we use quite a bit of these.
I like those a lot.
They're kind of like a little round donut with a brass eyelet
I like donuts.
on the top. Yeah, they're delicious. And with these here, the bank sinkers. They've got different variety of molds. You can get pyramids, you can get egg weights,
Cannonballs.
cannonballs. You can even make lures, and you can make bottom bouncers with them. You just have to, whatever particular mold that pertains to your fishing, is you just pretty much do whatever you want with them.
I just know we have saved probably hundreds of dollars just making our own sinkers and melting and whatnot. And, you go buy an 8 ounce sinker at a tackle shop or something, you're going to give $3 or better for
Easy.
8 ounces, Dave's somebody that I've seen had a pretty decent price. So.
But if you do a lot of serious fishing and a lot of fishing and tend to have a lot of snags and losing your tackle, this is the only way to go. You can make it don't take long to make 100 weights. This is Curtis from Team Fat Boys. Remember, if you ain't fishing, you ain't living. Till next time.
Let's go back to the donuts.
Hmm?